Recruiters want job candidates with programming skills, and people who can code earn higher salaries. Learning a programming language can also help employees break into in-demand fields like software engineering or web development. But beginners often don't know what the best coding language to learn first is. So what's the best programming language to learn first?
Before we look at some of the most popular first programming languages, ask yourself a few questions. Why do you want to learn a programming language? What are your career goals? And what do you want to do once you learn to program? The best programming language to learn first depends on where you want to learn to code. Is it your dream to become a data scientist? Then JavaScript isn't for you. It's a language geared toward the web. When making your decision, you also need to know there are two categories of programming languages: high-level programming languages and low-level programming languages. Low-level programming languages are closer to the machine. That means zeros and ones. Low-level programming languages are harder to read than high-level programming languages, which read more like English. Let's jump into our picks for the best programming language for beginners. 1. C programming is a procedural language compiled to provide a low-level memory access and ensure programs runs fast and efficiently. The program is built with portability in mind, thus, it can run in several computer platforms. The program is suitable for beginners in programming, and when choosing C language, consider the following pros and cons. Pros. 1. Portable language. The C programs written in one computer can run on any computer without any change of the program code or having a slight change. 2. A C program is a procedure-oriented language with a collection of function modules and blocks that form a complete program. The structured blocks make it easy to debug, test and maintain the program. 4. Easy to learn. It is very easy to learn the C language and acts as the basis for understanding other complex languages. It uses syntax similar to the English language for easy understanding. Cons. 1. Data security. There is a lot of buffer overflow in C language, and this can lead to overwriting information in the memory. When pointers are updated with the incorrect data, it will result in memory corruption. 2. No runtime checking. The C language does not allow runtime checking, making it difficult to fix the bugs if you extend the program. Mostly it does compile type checking. 3. No strict type checking. When passing data to the parameters, there is no strict data type checking since we can pass an integer value to the parameter. No confirmation of the right data type is used. 4. No code reuse. C language doesn't have OOP features which support source code reusability. It doesn't support constructors and destructors.
Python is a language created by Dutch programmer Guido van Rossum. His goal when he was creating Python was to make it the easiest to read programming language in the world. Today, many leading technology companies use Python, including Google and Netflix. Pros. Overall, Python is our top selection for the best programming language to learn first. One reason is that Python is currently the fastest growing programming language in the world. It's also one of the most flexible languages since you can use it for web development, data science, machine learning, and more. Python is also popular in electronics, media, and finance. Python dominates industries like finance and especially finance tech. According to HackerRank, fintech recruiters look for Python skills more than twice as much as Java. With its speed and algorithm performance, Python has been called king of mathematical programming. It's also the most important language in data analysis and machine learning, making Python well positioned for the new tech wave of artificial intelligence. College and universities also recognize Python as an essential programming language. In 2014, Python replaced Java as the most popular introductory programming language taught in U.S. universities. Cons. One disadvantage of Python is you can't use it for front-end web development or front-end app development. So if you know for sure you want to be either a front-end mobile or web developer, you may want to consider starting with one of the other languages on this list.
JavaScript is the only language that gives Python a real run for its money as the most recommended programming language for beginners. One of the main reasons is Free Code Camp. Free Code Camp is an online course that teaches web development. They have a popular blog, and they use it to promote JavaScript as the best language to learn first. In the past, they've argued that JavaScript is the best first programming language to learn because it is the most popular programming language in the world, according to Stack Overflow. That was true in 2017 but no longer is. In 2018, Stack Overflow ranked Python as the most popular programming language in the world. JavaScript's growth, however, is still impressive. And because JavaScript is the language of web browsers, demand for JavaScript will remain high for the foreseeable future. JavaScript is also a high-level programming language, which makes it easy to learn. These qualities make it an excellent coding language to learn first. Cons. JavaScript does have a few downsides. The first is that many programmers don't consider it a very good language. There is even a famous book called JavaScript, The Good Parts, that teaches you how to avoid its unpleasant aspects. The other downside of JavaScript is it is mostly used in web development. So if you don't know if you want to be a web developer, it may not be the best coding language to learn. But if you want to become a web developer, you should consider learning JavaScript as your first programming language.
Swift is a high-level programming language designed by Apple. Apple created Swift to power the apps on its platforms. Pros. Apple went out of its way to make Swift friendly for new programmers. It comes with a feature called Swift Playgrounds, which Apple describes as a revolutionary app for iPad that makes learning Swift interactive and fun. It requires no coding knowledge, so it's perfect for students just starting out. Cons. The biggest downside of Swift is that it is only useful for building mobile apps, and it only works on Apple's platform. Therefore, if you are going to start with Swift, you should be confident that is the direction you want to take your career. If you know you want to become a mobile developer and you want to build apps on Apple's platform, Swift may be the best programming language to learn first. But if you aren't sure what programming industry you want to focus on yet, you should start with another language that doesn't limit you to mobile development on Apple's platform.
Java has many things going for it. For one, Java is one of the most used programming languages in the world. The TIAB Index, which ranks the most popular programming languages, consistently puts Java at the top. Enterprise-level companies rely on the language, including Google, eBay, and Uber. Java also ranked as the most in-demand programming language in a HackerRank survey of 3,000 coding interview challenges. As a Java programmer, you will be able to work in the gaming, web, and mobile app industry. It's also a popular language of choice for big data, and it is the only language that works on the Android platform. Since 85% of smartphones use Android, Java is an in-demand skill and will be for the foreseeable future. Cons. Beware. Java is significantly more challenging to learn than the other programming languages on this list. You should only select Java as your first programming language with the knowledge that it is going to be harder to learn.